Alright, Alico 3, let's do a PSA video. And this one, I'm going to pull out the sheet. This was called Value Modern, shipped November 19th, 2020. There's 20 cards or so. Grading fee at that time was $12 a card, so these ones cost me $12 to grade, which is awesome. Turnaround time, I think it was 16 months. I don't even think that's my longest order out. I possibly could have hit 17 on a couple, so not the quickest, but after a while you almost want to see how long it takes. Setting new records on turnaround time. So 2000 Paramount Brady. We'll start out with this one. This is one I thought was a 10. Decent value in a 9 though. First one, LT, we got Topps Chrome. This one is, I'm trying to find where it's at. Probably a dimple, off center, top to bottom, off center, left to right. This is a weak copy. They could have easily given this a 7, but they gave it an 8. Frank Gore Ultimate. This was a solid one. So Ultimate Collection Gore 225. You don't really see these pop up too often. I would say this card raw would sell for around $300 if you did see one pop up. So you would think the 9 would be somewhere in like the $400 to $500 range, somewhere in there for the 225. In a 9 at least. I think there's a Cal Spa coming up. So Cal Spa. There's 2. They were both 8.5s. We'll just go through them. So 8 on this first one. That's actually pretty damn good for this card. And this set, grading with PSA, it's tough to get an 8. So an 8. Here's another 8. So the spas, $3.99 spas. Those both have sweet swatches too, so that's why I like those ones. This Kobe 96, it's like the EX. I thought it was an 8. It just looked. See that stuff going above his head? It's like a dimple, and there's like a scratch going down, and I want to see if there's something on the back. Well, I mean, the rest of the card's pretty good, but typically, I think there's a surface thing too. This card would grade like an 8. So, but got a 9 that time. Rogers. That might be tilted a little bit too much to the top. See how the Topps logo's up here? You kind of want to have the equal amount of white space between, the below quarterback and above the anniversary. So I think it's just a little bit too thin here and too thick down here for that border. But I'll have to look at some PSA 10s. But I've dealt with that set so many times, so I think I know what I'm talking about on that one. There's some that didn't get graded. There was 2, so it's kind of a bummer too because I thought this was going to be a 10. It's the gold Peterson finest, so that got min sized, and then this LT, which I didn't really care that much about it, that this didn't get graded. I'll probably send both to SGC, but min size on the gold LT. That one's out of 100. That's the Future Watch Gold. Trilogy Peterson. I thought this had a good chance at a 10. There's the Trilogy. It was marked as a 9.5 to 10, so there's something minor that could have held it back, but it had more qualities of a 10 than a 9, if that makes sense. But this time it got rounded down, so Oh, I don't really care. I mean, I don't like to get too worked up over the grades anymore. Cause they're just doing a job, and there's a different grader every time, so the grading's gonna be pretty random. Gold. This is the LT Gold. That's a superimposed image, 99 print. That one got a 9. This is a 7. It was a 6 last time, so I thought it was undergraded the last time. I mean, it's got some edge chipping, but there's nothing substantial that I would say this card earns a 6. So SPX Fitzgerald, these have totally dried up. I mean, I have some of them in my PC, but you don't see the Fitzgerald 100s pop up anymore from SPX. This is a sweet one coming up. So Gore Spectrum, and this is one I bought raw, and it came in and it was just clean. You know, I didn't think it was a 10, but I thought it was for sure a 9. So Spectrum 25. It's got a bigger window on the 25s, and then the 1275 Gore has a smaller window, and this background, is gold instead of silver, so that's the differences, and the print run, of course. But that's one of the coolest cards in the order. There's always some neat football cards that seem to come back. This one graded lower than I thought. It might be the edge wear on the top front, but it's a new editions. So that's Skybox Premium 96. That's a good Boca can. 2000 Upper Deck Brady's. This is funny because I always joke about how PSA doesn't use half grades, and on my sheet I put 8.5s. So, I thought they were nicer than 8s. I personally, I think there's a place for half grades, for cards just not to be an 8, 9, or a 10. I just think there's tweeners. There's so many different things and aspects to look at for each card that there are tweeners. This one got 8.5 too, so it's just kind of funny how that worked out. But to me, it's fair and accurate grade. I thought this wasn't that great of a copy. There was something else going on. It looks pretty good when I'm holding it up, but there was something else going on that I saw. Yeah, it's that back bottom corner. It just has a problem. There was probably some scratching, so I had it marked as an 8. So they said 9. Next up, Peterson Spa. So the Calvin's got 8s, and the Peterson gets an 8 as well. Nice 3-color patch on that one too. This one did well. The Lindor Prospect Auto. These are probably $700 maybe. I know his stuff's cooled off, but with a big 2022 campaign with the Mets, I think you could see his stuff tighten up a little bit. But we'll kind of see. He's still pretty young. I think he's like 27, 28. Sitting at like a 29 WAR or 30 WAR, somewhere in that range. Moss Spa. I can't have an order without one of these. So the Moss Future Watch Spa 8. I had this clubbed as an 8.5. All right, this last card's sick. I actually posted it on my IG account, and there's a lot of reaction for this card. I didn't think there were a lot of Vic fans out there, but to me, he's kind of like the next generation, the generation after Bo. So he's kind of like the Bo Jackson of the 2000s. He's kind of like a cult hero. He's not a Hall of Famer, but he was more athletic and exciting than pretty much any other player in his era. So I think he'll always have a place in the hobby, and his cards have shown it. So Platinum Medallion. This might be a pop one, but I can't remember how I came across this one, but I had it marked as a 10. I thought it was a 10. I thought it had all the qualities. So Platinum Medallion ending with the mandatory Vic. I thought that order was pretty good. You always wish some grades would have gone the other way, but all in all, decent order. Drop some comments if you feel the need to. I'm out.